Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to today's one-stop demo, HubSpot Social Inbox. I'm Lisa Campo. I'm a HighRoad MarTech consultant, and I will tell you more about me. Hopefully. Okay, there we go. So I've been with HighRoad for about 6 months, and I'm the go-to HubSpot consultant. I also manage projects, create a lot of content, do email design and layouts, and kind of anything that you guys ask of me. So previously I worked in digital content writing, editing, and marketing for associations for about 4 years. And before that I was a news copy editor and designer. So I kind of have a whole range of things that I've done, some of which pertains to associations and some of which is just general content related skills. So if you guys want to reach me, I'm at HighRoad Lisa on Twitter, or my email is lcampo@highroadsolution.com. Remember, it's just solution, no S, even though I know a lot of people call us HighRoads, but just HighRoad Solution. So today we're going to talk about the HubSpot social inbox and all the different things that it can do, or that you can do with it. And I'm going to exit my little slideshow here and bring up our inbox. So let's just go to HubSpot.com to start off from the beginning. All right. Over. Okay, so when you go to HubSpot, this is your main page after you log in, and you can see that I'm just going to use our HighRoad Solution account for this particular demo. Up at the top, you can see your Hub ID and the name. So what you do to get to the inbox is go to Social, and then Inbox right here. So here's where you can see anything that has to do with your social media. Now, if you're just starting, what you want to first do is attach some of your, your Facebook or your Twitter or LinkedIn, Gmail, or Google+, any of your accounts to HubSpot. Right now, we have everything already started. So, but what I can show you is how we did that. So these are all the accounts that we're looking at right now. This is HighRoad, and then we have our CMO's Twitter account on here, Google, LinkedIn, and we have our HighRoad's Facebook, which is actually under our CMO's personal Facebook, which is kind of a drawback. Facebook has a few things that makes it a little more difficult to handle through a third-party client like HubSpot, but it's just how you have to deal with Facebook, I guess. So there's a lot of ways we can, start here, but really what you should do is hook up your Twitter, hook up your Facebook. Those are the two main ones that I think people are using, and I guess LinkedIn. And to do that, let's see. I'm going to go over to publishing right here. And then compose a message. Actually, no. Let's wait on that one. Let's just talk about why you should use the social inbox first. And go back to the basics here. So for all of your social needs, HubSpot's really good at keeping everything in one place. So you can see all of everything you've published on social, you can see within the social media inbox. So it kind of helps you track your messaging through campaigns, and it's really good at showing you analytics of, who looked at what's the best thing that you should use, or what's the best social media aspect of your campaign that works for your association. So for us, I know we've got a pretty good Twitter following, and we also have a lot of LinkedIn followers. So that's what we tend to, if we go to advertise or anything, I know we advertise on LinkedIn and Facebook a lot because we have decent followings there. And there's a couple of different ways you can find that out. So just to show you how to, I guess, get to that, let me just explain straight up the inbox right here. This is showing everything that has happened within all of your different social streams. So we have a list called Clients December, and that lists all of our clients' Twitter feeds. And so we can view, if you want to view that stream, you can click here. And it pushes you over to monitoring. And then this shows what our clients have been doing, I guess our clients since December have been doing and what they've been tweeting. And this is purely on Twitter because I'm interacting right now. It shows you as the HighRoad Solution Twitter account. We also have a few other lists, and I can show you how to make a list here. Let's just say you wanted to see all the tweets, or everything from Twitter. Yeah, everything from Twitter that contains something about associations. So hashtag associations. And then you don't want to be notified via email or mobile push, although you can if you want, but usually it's better to just come in here and look at it. And then the stream name will just be associations, or just associations. Hashtag if you want. So I can create that stream, and now I have this entire stream that's showing me anytime someone uses the hashtag associations. So here's some people you might know, how associations move to a Together We Succeed posture. So that allows you to kind of pick through what you can look at, and if you notice, you can do all of these things to it using your interacting with Twitter. So you can retweet with your company or your association's Twitter account, you can favorite, forward, etc. You can do pretty much anything here. I think what most of you guys will be concerned with, though, is publishing, and there's quite a few ways to do this, one of which I actually recently found out. By recently, I mean very recent. You can actually do Twitter planning, and then upload all of your tweets in bulk with a CSV file, and HubSpot gives you a little bit of a planner. So if you click on here, which says Schedule in Bulk, it'll say which Twitter account do you want to publish them from, and obviously we're going to use HighRoad because that's our main one. And then you can upload your file that you've used to plan your Twitter, messaging from. And I clicked the Download Customized Sample file, and it's got, of course, the format dates on here that you need to do, and then reminders about how to do good content. But I'm just going to pull this over here from my other monitor. This is actually what you can download, and it shows you have to put the date in here, you put the actual message, the link that you'll be sharing in the tweet, and the campaign. Now we'll talk about campaigns in a little while, but campaigns are really, really key if you want to compare how analytics-wise, you want everything in a campaign so you can see how everything's performing. And then this little part is just helpful. The character count is helpful for you because you can't go over 140 characters. So what you would do is put your, enter a whole bunch of tweets here for different dates, upload it, let me get out of that, and upload it here, and then it'll schedule all of them for you. So you don't even have to go and deal with the social media publishing aspect if you don't want to, if you just want to do it in Excel. Usually we don't do that. It's not that we won't eventually, it's just we haven't really gotten to that point. So let's just say you want to compose a message, and for our purposes, I'm going to compose a message about our upcoming Association Innovation Day, which is in Toronto in September, because I know that's something that we have to do. So it starts off on Twitter, and it doesn't necessarily have to do that. I think that's just the first account that we linked. So we're going to use the HighRoad account. And I always start with Twitter, and then it copies whatever you put into here onto Facebook, LinkedIn, and Google+. So what I'm going to do is I've got this text on my other screen over here, and it says, what do you want to say to your beloved followers? And I've already got this written up, so I want Canadian associations or anyone in Toronto to come on September 22nd. And then what it allows you to do, it's got quite a few different things up here. Of course, there's always a user guide because HubSpot's really big on helping you figure things out. It's got a little information here. It'll tell you what you're not doing right or what you can do better within your tweet or your Facebook, message. So it's telling me to attach an image. But instead, what I'm going to do, because we use HubSpot, for our regular web page, we have a landing page that you can go register on. So I'm going to find our landing page for Toronto, this Toronto Innovation Day, and it's Toronto event landing page. I'm going to select that. So what it did was pulled the page that already exists within HubSpot for us and on our website, and I'm going to attach that. It had the name of it, but I wanted to delete that because I don't need it. So I'm attaching this to the tweet that I'm going to post. And obviously I looked at this before because I'm left with one character, and I'm not going to attach an image because none of these are really reflect what the full tweet is about. So these are pictures of our individual speakers, and that's our CEO. But I don't think it would be helpful for anyone to see just a picture of, of Ron. I don't think that would get across the message. So what we can do, since I've attached our landing page already, we can go ahead and, I'm not going to schedule anything yet. What I am going to do is go over to Facebook. So I already have our HighRoad, we have our HighRoad account set up here. So what I'm going to do is just copy right here, just Control-C, and then go here. So Facebook is a little, or Twitter is different than like Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, when you're using those specific outlets. For Twitter, what you see is what you get right here. So this is exactly the tweet that's going to go out. Facebook, you see I put this page in, or this page link, but I want to take that out now because it's already attached. You see down here, this is what's going to show up in addition to the text up here. So Canadian associations, we're bringing Association Innovation Day to Toronto September 22nd. Come hear our great speakers. And the other thing to remember on everything but Twitter is you don't have to do just 140 characters. So I don't want hashtags either because no one else, that's not a big thing anywhere but Twitter. So, all right, so we've just got Canadian associations. I took out the hashtag. Come hear our great speakers. If I wanted to, I could go a little more in depth as to what is happening, but I don't really need to do that because I'm going to have this preview of the page that I'm linking to, which has live virtual event talking about digital marketing and associations. The other thing that's cool is that it pulls the different pictures that are with the page. So I'm not going to post an individual picture because of the reasons I talked about before, but I think I am going to take out use this the U, which will at least show that it's part of our HighRoad U, our campaign. And we have a whole HighRoad U, section on our website. So let's go over, and LinkedIn and Google Plus are similar to this. So if I go over to LinkedIn, okay, awesome. It copied over the same thing. I'm going to take out that hashtag again and take out the page because it's already got the preview right here. And again, I'm going to go over and choose the U as a preview. Google Plus, I actually have to choose this because I think we have a couple of accounts linked to this, not just the HighRoad one. So I'm gonna choose it, and then it didn't carry over my page, so I'm gonna go back to my Twitter and copy the page, or you can go through attach again. And I'm going to wait for the preview to load. We don't want just Suzanne on there. We want the U. Take that off again. So this is what it's going to look like on LinkedIn. So it's a little different. You have to kind of think about each, message and what it's going to look like on that individual platform. But it's still easier to do it this way than to go to each of those pages and copy this over and post on it. And so another thing I wanted to point out is down here, this is where you can add something to a campaign. This is the list of all of our campaigns, and it's already got HighRoad U chosen because I think that's what we use the most. But you can have, as many campaigns as you want. We have lots and lots going on here. Our 2015 State of Digital Marketing was just released, so that's one of our campaigns. But we're putting this one under HighRoad U, and I'll show you why that matters after I post this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to post it now so we can see what it looks like when it does post. But keep in mind that there's a schedule right here, and you can actually go in to the scheduler or the publishing schedule, which is actually over here on the left, and choose specific times during the day that you want to pop up right here. But right now, I think we just have ours kind of randomized. So you can either schedule a tweet, and here, let me just schedule it and show you what happens there. So I'm going to press schedule, and it's going to say this will publish at 3:03. Schedule these 4. It says your messages are ready to rock. Do more with them. There's all these other things that you can click on. Share more of your blog posts and landing pages. Okay, so now that I'm done, you see right here in the second tab, it says scheduled. All right, so this is everything I've scheduled. So now what I'm going to do, what if I just want to change it and I want to publish it now? Let's go in. Let's go in and just go to schedule or post now. So I can update that. Okay. So now it's going to post. And it brought itself up to the top because it's going to post faster than the other ones since those are scheduled for 3. So now I'm going to go into all of them and just go to post now and update. Press OK. And I'll do another for this one. Just now because I want to show you guys what it looks like on the different platforms after it's posted. All right. Update. Okay, so now all of these are going to post now. And when I go back over to publish, it's going to show me all the things that I just posted. And this one's still, okay, good. That one published too. So I just published a similar message across 4 different platforms, just using HubSpot. And so let's go look at what it actually looks like on the specific platforms. So I've got our Google Plus page up, and hopefully it will have already posted so we can see it. Yep. So here you go. This is what it looks like on our Google Plus page. Oh, kind of jumping around here. This is the one I just shared. So anyone can add a comment. We don't really need to look at that anymore. On LinkedIn, I publish it to LinkedIn. And see, it's already on here. This is what I published. I just want you to see what it looks like on all of these. This is our Facebook. So one of the things to note about Facebook is that through social or the social inbox here, if you compose a message, you can't, because of the way Facebook's API works and how it talks to HubSpot and to really any other third party, you can't tag someone on Facebook through HubSpot. So if there's a message, if you're using HubSpot for your social media and there's a message where you really want to tag another company or a partner or a person or, one of your members or something like that, you actually have to, this is a little bit of a pain, but you have to publish it, then you have to go in, edit the post, and tag the person from within Facebook, because Facebook's information doesn't translate over to HubSpot's feed. It actually, I don't think, translates over into almost any third-party tool, because Facebook is kind of a giant. So that's how it works. So let's go over, and let me exit out of that, and then just show you on, that's the page that it links to. Show you on Twitter what it looks like. This is actually my Twitter that we'll look at. But let's go look at the HighRoad one. So I didn't attach a picture to this because I wanted everything to fit. So this is just what it looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and I'll retweet it. So this is just from my personal or my work Twitter account. So I just retweeted. Now, let's go in and look at what might be more important or most important about this, which was the reports. Now, what we're going to do is look at our 2015 HighRoad U campaign. All right, so I'm going to go over to campaigns, like the tab that I just clicked on. And you can look at it either in bar charts or in cumulative charts. I actually like the cumulative charts better. It shows you what channels you published on, how many messages you published. It shows you how your followers sort of reacted. So 23 messages contain links and have received 10 clicks, 0.4 clicks per message. 11 interactions have occurred with your messages, mostly on Twitter, and I think maybe LinkedIn one. So 8 on Twitter, 1 on LinkedIn. And honestly, July and August are not big months for us or for most associations, so this isn't really a surprise. It also shows you which message received the most clicks. So coincidentally, it was a Market to Hispanics tweet that we put out. And then you can view messages with most clicks. And this has got a date range here. And you can obviously widen that, which I'm not going to do right now, because that would probably take a lot of time, or more time than this demo allows. So again, this shows the interactions, and you hover over it and it shows you. So this one has the most clicks, and this has the most actual interactions, which is our Knowledge Shop series on SlideShare. And then this is cool because it shows the impact on your business. So this month you've gained 0 net new fans and followers and have had 63 visits to your website from social media. You've also gained 4 new contacts from social media and 1 new customer from social media, which is always good to know. Customers are good. Okay, so this shows the visits to the website and where they came from. So we have a lot of traffic from LinkedIn, not so much from the other ones. Facebook is kind of a second there. And we have 4 new contacts from LinkedIn, although it's saying 3 right here, so maybe there's a little discrepancy there. Oh, it's got the 3 new contacts and 1 new customer. So this is a cool way to show what exactly is going on within a campaign. You can also just go to your regular compare time frames right here, and this is all the messages that we published this month. So we actually are at the exact same as last month. This is the same amount of messages we've done, and we're comparing it this month to date to last month. And you can change this up a little bit. So we can look at last 3 months. So in the last 3 months, we published 188 messages. This compares it to the 3 months before that, which is pretty good because we've been posting a lot on social more in the past 6 months. So we've got almost a 65% increase in what we've been putting out there. Let's just do the last 3 months because I think that's more indicative of long term of what you want to look at. Here's what your followers thought, contains clicks and interactions here. And you can always hover over and look at everything. Most clicks in the last 3 months, modern email design questions. Okay, well this makes me feel nice. This is me and my coworker Kevin, who've combined to be Kisa. And this has the most interactions for some reason. I don't remember why or who interacted with that. Here's the impact on your business. So we've got a lot in the past 3 months compared to the previous 3 months, which is good for us. And 376 visits to the website, 12 new contacts, 1 new customer. So it tells you all this information just from monitoring your social platforms and being integrated with your website. Also shows you, which is really nice, and I'm just going to go back to this month to date to not show you too much info here. It shows what we publish to the most, I guess. So as you can see, Twitter is our most used platform mainly because it's the easiest, and we don't want to oversaturate people on LinkedIn, Facebook, Google+, because those are platforms where you're more likely to do 1 post a day, whereas Twitter, I would say, is something you can do multiple posts a day and it's not going to annoy anyone. I think people don't want to see in their Facebook feed a whole bunch of stuff from HighRoad. So then it shows the platform breakdown of the clicks and interactions. So there's so much stuff to look at on these reports. And then these are the different channels. I'm sorry, these are the platforms, and these are the channels. So it shows you, you can have, multiple pages for the same platform. So with the channels, it shows you the actual page. So if we had, 2 or 3 LinkedIn pages or like 4 Twitters or something, if I added, let's say, Suzanne into here, so I'm filtering the channels. So I've got Suzanne's Twitter here as well in the report, but I don't want to do that because I'm just looking at only HighRoad stuff. Other cool thing about the social inbox is it shows you your reach, which is, I think, the best part. So your total reach is currently 1789, and we gained 132 new fans and followers. It shows you where you're getting this reach from, and if you notice, most of our reach is from Twitter. Let's see, let's do the last 3 months and look at that. Okay, so that shows me the new fans and followers. Okay, so this is a pretty nice way to see and demonstrate how exactly you're, who you're reaching, basically. So growth last month, change. Twitter, like I said, we've been posting a lot more. So we've got, 2,800% change in that, which is crazy. Okay, so let's see. I'd also like to go over a little bit of this extraneous stuff, and as I said, you can always go to the user guide up here, which can help you with everything. This shows you how to set everything up, and getting ready, get started, etc. There's tons of help from HubSpot whenever you need it. There's also a daily checklist. Review what's working, schedule messages, respond to anybody who's talked to you, and then read what others are saying, which I would think is, you know how to do that. But if you're not familiar with social media, then you've got a plan. So let's go back to, let's see, settings. So here's where you would connect another account. So we've got Twitter, and then I'm not even sure what this last one is. I don't think we use it. So if we wanted to take any of these off or add a new account, or if we created a different LinkedIn page, this is how you would do it. Oh, this is Zing. Zing? Xing? I'm not sure what that is. So I'm an admin, so I can decide which accounts are shared with our whole HighRoad Solution HubSpot team, which is accessible through here, and I don't need to edit that right now. If you want to use Bitly, so you can have custom short URLs, you can like connect your account, but you don't necessarily have to do that. And there's another couple of things that you should look at. The Follow Me module just gives you, let's say if you want an embed code to put the, follow this module on your website. I'm going to take off on Google Plus and YouTube. There we go. So let's just say I wanted people to have our Twitter, our YouTube, and our Pinterest, or I wanted to put this on our website. It gives you the embed code to put, this is all the code that you need so that this will show up on your website, just this little part right here. And you can click, tons of other things. It's got two, you don't want to have two Twitter accounts because it doesn't differentiate. So, well, we just have HighRoad. Here's another cool thing that I'm not sure a lot of people who use HubSpot know about. The calendar allows you to schedule different social or different messages, and also these other options, but that's for another day. So social messaging, you can schedule a social message just through HubSpot's calendar, and then you can view on here in calendar form what's coming up, or if you're going to accidentally be posting something at the same time, so that you don't overwhelm anybody. Okay, so let's go back to tracking URL builder is just if you want to create just a tracking URL so you can later have a report on it, and that's not necessarily a social inbox thing, so I just wanted to show you it was there if you already understand what tracking URLs are. And then we've got the publishing schedule that you can look at here. This is where you can see we have vary publishing times clicked. You can unclick this and then take out some of these, like X out whatever you don't want. So if you know for some reason that your followers are not going to check Twitter before, or Facebook or wherever before a certain time of the day, you can just X out any of these times, and unless somebody manually puts it in, they won't be able to post at that time. So, and then you can add specific times to the schedule. So if you know you want every single week at 3:17, you want to publish a specific blog post, if you've got an ongoing blog post or ongoing social message that you want to send out, you can add that specific time to your schedule, and that'll make it easier for you to note. You'll remember that, special time, 3:17 p.m. on Thursdays is when I do this. So you can add that, or add something in here, let's just say, on Thursdays. You can add that in. So it shows up right here. And then it'll show up when you go to compose a message and go to schedule it. These will all come up on as options. Another thing, you definitely want to look at this because you don't want to get bombarded with social notifications. I don't ever get an email summary. I just go in here and look at it when I want to, because as you can see, we've got our inbox, and we have a decent amount of followers, and I retweeted this. And in terms of our monitoring, we're looking at a lot of different lists. So I don't really need to know every single time something happens, but I do go in and, go into the social inbox whenever I have time to kind of check out what's going on. And here's another, I just can show you all the different streams that we have and how you create them, which I showed you how to do the associations one. We've got a ton. We've got ASAE 15 because that was ASAE's annual conference. HighRoad U is the hashtag we like to use when we're doing anything that's related to teaching, or like I showed the HighRoad 2015 HighRoad U campaign. That is what we usually use HighRoad U for. ASAE Center is basically anything ASAE does. You can use this to customize what what your association's interested in. So you can keep up with Twitter through the monitoring. So, and this is, I'm pretty sure I told you this part already, but this is just your inbox, and it shows you everything that's occurring in your social, in the social inbox. So this is a stream, and it's telling me all these people match the stream, and I just retweeted HighRoad's tweet, so it said that. And then Sybil Walker-Barnes was just watching our Inbound Lunch Bunch persona development, so she mentioned us, and you can actually go in and reply and say, you can keep the hashtag or not. Thanks. So thanks to Sybil. Thanks for tuning in. Let us know if you have any questions. And you can reply right from here. And HubSpot's going to track everything you're doing, just like it should. Okay. So I think that is all for today. And as usual, if you have any questions, this is me again. I'm at HighRoad Lisa, elcampo@highroadsolution.com. And let me know if you have any questions about social, and I should be able to answer them. So thanks. Bye-bye.